This time here, Yerushalmi Terumos Terumos in the article Ozvar edition, right at the top of Lamed of Alf, Rabbi Yossi Rabbi Bun, in the Vilna that is the Zion of base. Actually, right after the Mishnah, Rabbi Yossi Rabbi Bun, right at the Mishnah of Allah Gimel. And I'm ready to be a schus for Yoshvei Eretz Yisrael and Am Yisrael who are Nesuim Matzor Shivya Amokim Rachim Aleim. Okay, so we said talk about Omar Chumas Kriv Zeh B'Soichai. The Shimon said that that's enough, and Chachamim say you have to designate a place. So B'Yossi Bar Buba Shem Yochanan said, ask Rabbi Shimon, who says it's enough, that designated place, K'Bei Shammai. But Shammai said previously that when you term zaysim on oil, the truma of the zaysim is in themselves. The zaysim try to do both, zaysim on oil and zaysim on themselves. So zaysim on the zaysim is effective. That was in Perek Aleph Mishnah Dalet. So Kamadar Shammai, I mean, so that starts also by Shammai. Kamadar Shammai, I mean, Kutchum Medumoin, it's Meduma because the truma is mixed in. I don't know what is the truma, it's not. Kutchum Medumoin. So you have to do what you have to do is you have to sell the entire Kri to Kohen, besides the value of the truma, and Truma's mice, which you have to condemn. Akinum Boim B'Tzoicho. Okay, that's what he said B'Tzoicho. And B'Tzoicho, the Gemara assumes means in the middle. Omar Bo. In it, which evidently is more generic. It was always in the middle, it's bo, in it. So what's the status in that situation? What does Rabbi Shimon say about this? Let's start from here. Ma'aser Sheni in this object, it was a Paris, which was from which Ma'aser Sheni has not been taken, and they are still there. And he does a Ma'aser Sheni on part of the fruits, and you also then will redeem them, all in this lashon, without separating it, without designating a place for it, right? So in this object, and it's just redeemed on his money. That's if there's a place. Shem said still valid. Chum said it's meaningless. Until like this, Mishnah say it's south or the north. So same machlok is what he said tocho or bo. So now, Gemara is only a question. Where is the language? Where is the Chachamim's opinion that you need a kriyas makom to be effective? Where does it come from? So, Rabbi Ziv Shem Rabbi Avduma, Micheva Shem Shem Lakish, Sim Nachshavachem Chumaschem Vare Moschem. Your Shuvah should be considered you, and you should lift it up. My middle cheskov sign. Matruma ben mesuyam. So it's like truma when you actually pick it up. It's a designated spot. Truma schem, right? I guess it's actually going on in the Baramosim, I guess. Truma became schem. The truma is truma when it's designated. You picked up specifically that part. So to even do machshav, it also be designated. So it's just like it has to have a form of aroma. You don't have to lift the leaf, pick it up. You still have a designated place, tzafan dorm, etc. Okay, says Gemara further. Amar truma sakri hazeh bezeh bezeh. He said the truma of this kri and this one and that one. In other words, the way the Kamenach explains it is that Mishnah said the truma of this kri should be on the north or the south, and then he said on the second kri that its truma should also be in the first kri, but he didn't say it should be on the north or south. First, he doesn't say the second one not. Rabbi Yochanan said, "Makom she's time chumaso rishis, Shem is time chumaso sheni." Interesting thing. Since the truma of the first one has been designated, the truma of the second one is also designated. We assume that you want it to be in the same spot, and therefore it's adjacent to the first one. It's still not so very Muslim. Is it next one? But assuming that it was said south, that's the most southerly, and the next is the next most southerly, and so on and so forth. Okay, Rabbi Yitzchak Bar Elazar stated Such a Mishnah the Toch Hakri, the a saw of Truma that fell into the pile of grain, and evidently we know where a plate fell. You can point out and say, Zet Truma Siman Veil. V'amar Truma Sakir Zeb Socho, and that was Truma from elsewhere. And also you said the Truma in this cave is inside of it. A Makom Shafal also says, so you can tell where that fell. So that which fell from outside. Makom Shafal also said a place where that saw fell. In the Truma, in the Kri, Sham this time of Truma Shakri, we say that the Truma of the Kri itself is adjacent there too. So the first case was, it's similar to the first case, is that we tie the second Truma is not Muslim to the first Truma which is Muslim. Tanya, we learned in the Brisa, Amar Trumas, let's say Tanya in the article. Yeah, doesn't say Tanya. Just says Omar. Okay, so Omar Truma Sakri B'tzvona. He said the Truma of this pile should be on the north side. Or Mechtzio Tzafon Mechetzio. Well, actually, where you know that's like the north side. Mechetzio Tzafon Damer Divi Rebbe B'nasa Palka, and you take half of it and you give it to the Kohen. It may minus the part which is Truma. So you said on the north. I know the article is north on the side. It's not counterintuitive. But here, north is on the side. So you said in the north, you have to take that entire half and sell it to the Kohen. Except for that amount which you would have to give it to him, the value which you have to give him is Truma. That's the first case. Okay? So Amar Truma Skib is Ebed Sovereign, but so Michevzi and Sovereign with Damer, Divi Rebbe, Masa Palkos, take half, because only the north, not the south. Chormim say also so can mean key. You make it like an X, Chad min arba, 1 out of 4. That's like this case over here. 1 out of 4. Okay, and the reason for this is that where is this here? Only one of the 4 is considered to be the north. So again, the assumption is, according to the Rashi, it's like this. Right? Only one of the northernmost quadrant. So it'd be north, and the rest of it is not. Now I can't say half, but the northernmost quadrant and 4. I don't know why you have to do it like that. I have it like a simple X inside a box. Oops, sorry. But I wrote in the side of my Gemara that it's more precise to say like he says in Or Yud Ches. So Or Yud Ches says, I bet you it's like the Rashi. Oh no, this is very long. Ooh, a lot of different ways of doing it. Interesting. He says the tree is normally round, so therefore it should be round. And he gives a lot of possibilities. I'm not just going to show you. One of them is that the north is, and this is probably like the Rasarilio, because it's like the Rasarilio. It's not. it's the orientation is different, but the idea is that this is the north, and the half of the north is this part over here, right? The half of the north, that little triangle corner, not including that triangle below it. And then he gives scenarios with looking at it as a circle, because the Kriya is normally circular. We're going to skip those for now. It makes it much easier not to get into them. And we will go further. So the Take all the very northernmost part of that's what I just showed you, the tab in the quadrant. So you take from that 1/8, which is the tzfon, the north. Okay. The says Gemara, Truma Shnei Kerim Bachad Mehem. Made said the truma of 2 carries should be in one of them. Didn't say which one. Yochamar Kichim Meduma. The other says we don't know which one, so therefore the whole thing is Meduma, right? And so therefore you have to treat all of them as if they're truma. Give some to Kohen except for the value of the actual truma. It's not Meduma. Truma just makes it all, and everything remains stable. It's kind of like whether we say yesh bria or ain bria, right? Says forget it. There's no braver. You can't do that. You have to designate it at the time, otherwise it just doesn't take effect. Rabbi Yoshe ben Barshami said, you had in front of you 2 sin of grain and 1 kri. Somebody said, 1 pile, obviously small measures and large pile. Somebody said, I said, one of these sin should be truma on this kri. Kitcha, obviously it works. We don't know which one is effective. And even according to Shlokish, it seems to be effective, right? Because you did designate it. You just don't know which one. You don't know which one you designated, but there was designation. Hayelfanav Shteker, he had 2 creeds in front of you. Say Achaz one saw. He said one of these. This was truma. One of the crimes didn't specify. Nitka, same idea. It works, but any other ezu. It works, but you don't know for which one, and therefore you have to sell the other one to Kohen. Okay, that was corresponds to that part of the Mishnah, and then we get to the part of a makdim truma lebikurim. Of course, it's the header of the article. Chaim Bar Ukva b'shem Rabbi Yosef said, "Min ma she'over below tasei." From the fact that over below tasei, we take off truma before bikurim. It must be below tasei is mleas chubadim echol lo sacher. Right, you shouldn't take shouldn't take them late, meaning you shouldn't take them out of order. But must be that it takes effect, because otherwise that would be over the life. The whole thing is null and void, and the transaction is meaningless, so therefore it wouldn't be over anything, right? Right? Rabbi excuse me, get Marcus. We're taking them off out of order. Rabbi Zivah said, "Receiving the Kumi Rabbi Yochanan, the Bas Yochanan, V'shasik," and Rabbi Yochanan remained. He didn't answer the following question. Mao over. When it says that you are over, loka ain't a loka. Yeah, Malchus or not. I said, in answer. I said, Rabbi Yaakov Rachel Baram Shem Rabbi Yochanan. So Yaakov came and said, name Rabbi Yochanan, ain't a loka. You don't get Malchus. What do you mean? Sounds like the Mleachos Rav Diamacha, the Bikurim Chum, shouldn't do out of order. Why is it not a lav? Should get Malchus. Pasala bebiur. This is they say no. This is not about how you take it off. It's about by when you eliminate them, when you have to eliminate them, and if you no. So you make when you say the declaration based on mikdash a biur ma'atzros, right? Biur declaration min habayis. So if you took up children for a bikurim, you can't be mizbada and say asisa kol shetzivisoni. They didn't write, so if you can't do the biur ma'atzros properly. When are you over? Rabbi Chia bar Abba Amar mitchila, when you took off the truma first, which was the no. Shomar Yitzchak Amar basayf, when you took off the bikurim at the end. What's the difference between the two opinions? Lisrof akri navi b'neiel, to burn the kri. In other words, if you took off the truma before you took off the bikurim. So al daite Rabbi Chia barba over. if they found, I got it wrong. Lisarokim means if you found it, it's really like the Kri Saruf, not Lisarov Kri. If you found the Kri burnt after you took up Truma, before you took up Bikurim, so you're never going to take up Bikurim. So at that point, according to Rabbi Chia Bar Abba Oiver, because you took up Truma before first, that was Shema Yitzchak and Oiver because you never got around to take up Bikurim. It's only when you take up Bikurim second that you attack Oiver the Isser. Okay, I think that brings us to Lamed Aleph Lamed Aleph. It's interesting. Yeah, it's called the Siruf Hakri, which may, I guess, Siruf Hakri means when it was burnt, but it says it was Samach. I'm not sure why. Okay, anyway, there was Daf Lamed Aleph, so that's enough for today.